So just from that, which is literally the first quarter of the 3 sections of the 13 postures, we're already introduced to some really important concepts. One of them is this idea of the diagonal, right? Which means that the power is going to be expressed through the hand that is connected to the foot that is supporting your weight. So if most of my weight is on the left leg, I'm pushing with the right hand. If my weight is on the right leg, I'm pushing with the left hand, right? So there's always this diagonal across the body. And what that does is essentially it maintains the stability of the body, because you can see that if I'm here and I push, right? I'm pushing with the left leg, right hand shoots out. My right leg is balancing the fact that my right arm is shooting forward. So I'm essentially neutral. I haven't shifted my position. I'm still basically in the same state of balance, same verticality. If I were to instead shift the weight forward, so my weight is on the right leg, and hit with my right hand, I'm now essentially throwing myself forward. I'm now out of balance. So I'm throwing myself off balance when I'm using the same side. That's why we always want to switch which foot is supporting you depending on which hand you want to use to strike. So when we see that here, and seal it closed, boom, I'm sitting down on the right leg so that I can use my left hand to strike. The minute I shift back, now I'm back on here. Notice that here we can use both hands because this is actually fairly balanced. We maintain the diagonal. I'm not working against the diagonal of the body. So that's something to always keep in mind. It's also one thing so that you can check yourself. You'll know whether or not you're doing it correctly, simply because if you can feel that your weight is on one leg, diagonal, opposite hand, that's the one that's forward and working, okay? So that's a really important idea. Diagonal across the body at all times. The diagonal moves, shifts as we shift and as we move, but the diagonal is always there. The other one is the verticality, right? So we don't want to lean forward, which is why we don't want to be here with the weight on the front. We're going towards the vertical. Vertical is always going to shift, it's going to move, but we want to be close to the vertical as we move.